Happening now, New York State Senator Chuck Schumer is in Jamestown. What he had to say during a visit at the National Comedy Center. Plus, the latest in a high-speed crash that sent a Jamestown man to county lockup.
Well, we've got some clouds out there for this Monday, but is there any way of sunshine in the way? I'll talk about it next. The news at noon starts right now.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us for WNY News Now. I'm Justin Gould. A 21-year-old Jamestown man is facing a slew of charges after crashing a stolen SUV while allegedly driving over 100 miles per hour. The Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office alleges Jonathan DeJesus Godino was high on drugs when he veered off Interstate 86 in the town of Sherman last week. Furthermore, deputies allege the man told his passengers he was going to kill them. Through investigation, deputies determined the vehicle, a 2020 Lincoln SUV, was allegedly stolen from a dealership here in Jamestown. Deputies say everyone in the car only suffered minor injuries in the crash. DeJesus Godino is charged with criminal possession of stolen property, reckless endangerment, driving while ability impaired by drugs, and several other charges. He was held in Chautauqua County Jail. Well, the state's comptroller is warning that government workers across New York could face paycheck delays if leaders in Albany fail to pass the state budget today. It's been 5 days now since the deadline, and New York is still waiting on a budget deal. And now, State Comptroller Thomas DeLapoli is warning if one is not adopted by the end of today, tens of thousands of state workers could have their paychecks delayed. Now, over the weekend, lawmakers have been saying they are nearing an agreement. A top sticking point in the roughly $200 billion spending bill was a proposal to raise taxes on millionaires. It's something several GOP lawmakers are against after receiving federal pandemic aid. Governor Andrew Cuomo has expressed hesitation on the tax hike in the past. Well, New York Senator Chuck Schumer visited the National Comedy Center this morning in Jamestown to discuss a variety of relief bills that were signed into law. Among the bills Schumer discussed was the Save Our Stages Act, which he says he was involved in authorship. Schumer says that the Save Our Stages Act will allow venues like the NCC and the Reggie Linné Center for the Arts to ensure that they continue operating throughout the pandemic.
This museum, the Comedy Museum, has one of the greatest impacts on this county that we know. Second, all the employees who work here. It's been very hard for these institutions to keep employees. Have you had to lay off employees?
We did.
Of course, yeah. So they can keep their employees. Third, it adds something extra to the life of a community. It would be nice to have a department store here, but a department store is not something special like the Comedy Center.
The act was included as part of a $900 billion COVID package that was signed into law by former President Trump back in December. Well, the average price for a gallon of gas has remained steady in the Jamestown area. According to AAA, demand is up following the Easter holiday. However, there's little change in prices. GasBuddy.com's daily survey found that the cost for a gallon of petrol remained the same from this time last week to $2.86 a gallon. Statewide, New York's average went down 1 cent from last week to $2.90. The national average did increase, though, up 1 cent from the week prior to $2.87. As more people hit the road, the auto group says refineries are switching over to their summer blend, which is more expensive to produce. AAA says typically they reach their highest level of the year as we sneak closer to Memorial Day. And certainly that's a coming. Thanks for joining us for WNY News Now as we get a check of some local news headlines this afternoon. Let us know what you think about these stories and more in the comments down below. We always love to hear from you. And it's great to see Brianna, good to see Brenda, and Phyllis, Joe, and Pam in the comments. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please let us know what you think about these stories and more down below. Well, now let's get a first check of our weather forecast. Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter standing by with that, and it's really starting to feel like spring out there, Dee.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Happy Monday, everybody. We're coming off that fantastic Easter Sunday that we had. Hey, how about the sunrise this morning? David sent us this picture in. Yeah, and just that sun rising beneath the clouds. A fantastic shot there. This is a live look over Findlay Lake right now. The clouds are starting to fill back in a little bit for parts of the afternoon. 54 in Findlay Lake right now with no wind to speak of. And you can see some of those clouds starting to advance out of the west. So we're going to see the clouds thickening up through the day today. But the majority of the day should be dry. We're not going to get into any rain until later tonight, and it's going to be a scattered chance at that. We topped out at 54 yesterday. We bottomed out at 32 this morning. 77 and 2 are the record highs and lows for this day. So through the afternoon today, partly to mostly sunny. Scattered showers arrive later in the afternoon, and it's not going to be an everywhere kind of thing. They're going to be spotty to isolated with lighter winds. 52 at the immediate lake area water to 63 well inland. Now tomorrow, yeah, pretty much the same thing, sun and clouds, and then we spike into the 70s for midweek. But where do we go from there? We'll talk about it with that 42 degrees and sunny 7-day forecast later in the show, Justin.
All right, we'll take the 70s, Dakota. Thank you. Well, a game changer. That's how one health expert describes one of the COVID-19 variants that's ripping through parts of the country now. As Britt Conway reports, he says it's enough to make him reevaluate his own advice, sending kids back to the classroom.
And please understand, this B117 variant is a brand new ballgame.
B117 is the COVID-19 variant first identified in the UK. And epidemiologist Michael Osterholm is making the rounds to talk about one of the challenges of this variant.
It infects kids very readily. Unlike the previous strains of the virus, we didn't see children under 8th grade get infected often, or they were not frequently very ill. They didn't transmit to the rest of the community.
But he says now that's changed, pointing to Minnesota, where more than 740 schools have had cases of the UK variant, and to Michigan, where more and more young people are being hospitalized as cases rise. It's something medical experts in other countries called attention to nearly 2 months ago, when the British Medical Journal said there was, quote, emerging evidence from Israel and Italy that more young children are being infected with new variants of COVID-19. And now that it's happening here, Osterholm is questioning his own recommendation to send kids back for in-person learning.
These kids now are really major challenges in terms of how they transmit.
Getting kids vaccinated is crucial. But
we're not going to have nearly enough in the next 6 to 8 weeks to get through this surge, and we're going to have to look at other avenues to do that, just as every other country in the world who's had a B117 surge has had to do.
I'm Britt Conway reporting.
Britt, thank you. Well, nearly 1/3 of Chautauqua County residents are immunized with at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. That's according to New York State's COVID-19 vaccine tracker, which was updated today, saying more than 42,000 people have received one dose of Pfizer's or Moderna's shot. That makes up nearly 33% of the county's population. So far, more than 22,000 people are fully vaccinated with one of the 2-shot series or Johnson & Johnson's single-dose serum. In Cattaraugus County, 27% of the population has received their first dose of the shot, making up over 21,000 folks. There are now 13,000 people fully vaccinated in Cattaraugus County. Across Western New York as a whole, over 437,000 people have been vaccinated. That's compared to 6.5 million people statewide. Now, starting tomorrow, universal eligibility will go into effect for all New Yorkers 16 and older. Chautauqua County Executive P.J. Wendell was among local leaders calling on the state to open that up. The Pfizer vaccine will be distributed during a clinic tomorrow at SUNY Fredonia. Several area pharmacies are also giving out the shot. To learn more about booking an appointment, you can log online to chqgov.com. Next here, a lot more to tell you about how long a Jamestown man could spend behind bars following a violent domestic dispute last year. And later, back by popular demand, when a local venue is opening up more availability for an outdoor light show. Stay with us as WNY News Now continues on this sunny afternoon.
coverage that matters. This is WNY News Now.
Honest John's has what you're looking for. When you want it good, we're gonna give you lots more.
From freshly made subs to the best of pizza and wings, Honest John's has what you're looking for. And now 2 great locations, East 2nd Street and Fairmount Avenue. Order takeout or delivery today, online at honestjohns.pizza.
You're gonna get it good at Honest John's.
There's an old saying, there's no news in the newsroom. Well, it's true. The time I spend at the anchor desk is just part of my day. Most of our time is spent gathering stories in the community, stories that matter to you. We can't do it alone, and we need your help. When you see breaking news or have a news tip we should know about, drop us a line on Facebook today, email our news desk, or call our newsroom at 488-7226 so we can bring those stories straight back to you.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvanna Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
And welcome back to WNY News Now. The man who allegedly attempted to attack a woman and her child during a domestic dispute in Jamestown last year has pled guilty in the case. The Chautauqua County's District Attorney's Office saying 30-year-old Nathaniel Hollins pled guilty to first-degree criminal contempt last month. Police say the domestic dispute happened on Liberty Street in August 2020. Responding officers met with the victim, who was holding her 4-month-old at the time. According to police, they were able to call Hollins out to the porch area where he persisted to argue with the woman. The verbal altercation escalated, and police says that's when Hollins attempted to allegedly attack her and her baby. The man could spend 1.5 to 3 years in state prison following sentencing. Well, in the first week of testimony in the Derek Chauvin murder trial, a series of witnesses took to the stand, delivering a compelling account of what they saw the afternoon George Floyd died while being restrained by the former Minneapolis police officer. Daryl Forges is in Minneapolis with a look at the impact of how those testimonies could have on the trial and to what to expect this week.
In an emotional first week of testimony, shock.
I believe I witnessed a murder.
Regret.
If I would have just not taken the bill, this could have been avoided.
Grief.
He said, "Mama, they're killing me."
Pouring out in the courtroom as witnesses detailed what happened as Derek Chauvin knelt on George Floyd's neck for more than 9 minutes.
Told them, if he doesn't have a pulse, you need to start compressions, and that wasn't done either.
One member of law enforcement providing insight into Minneapolis police procedure in support of the prosecution's case against the former officer.
Putting your knee on the neck for that amount of time is just uncalled for.
The defense maintaining Chauvin was following his training.
That Derek Chauvin did exactly what he had been trained to do over the course of his 19-year career.
And arguing Floyd's death was due to pre-existing health conditions and drug use. For many, watching the death of George Floyd again through trial evidence is a traumatic experience.
Every time I find myself in tears. It is so emotionally draining.
For his family, a painful reminder, but also a lodestar for the racial justice movement.
My brother was the chosen one. We've been fighting for a long time. And the time is now. Our time is now.
In Minneapolis, I'm Daryl Forges.
Daryl, thank you. A new effort to help older New Yorkers access social services is now underway. New York State's Office for the Aging, in a collaborative effort with other agencies, created a series of videos on how to commit and submit applications for benefits. The department says many New Yorkers are eligible for a variety of federal, state, and local benefits that can put cash in their pockets and help pay for prescriptions, food, and heat. These benefits are paid for with tax dollars by the same individuals who need them. However, the office says there are many either unaware of the benefits, reluctant to apply for them, or need assistance in understanding exactly how to fill out the application. The initial videos are posted on the state's website and other social media pages. Tutorials will be added on an ongoing basis as well. They cover many topics ranging from SNAP, HEAP, and elderly pharmaceutical insurance coverage, just to name a few. Well, popcorn, get your popcorn here. More specifically, get your caramel popcorn because it's National Caramel Popcorn Day. There's nothing like that salty sweet mix of buttery popcorn covered in sweet caramel. It's basically butter on butter, so you really can't go wrong, right? The caramel combo popped up in the early 1800s, and by the end of the century, it had a brand name behind it, Cracker Jack. A few years later, the sweet treat even made its way into the song, Take Me Out to the Ball Game. You know the line, buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. Yeah, I'll stick with my day job, folks. Even if you can't get out to the game, you can still enjoy a little bit of Americana today, one salty, caramely bite at a time. Making me hungry. They always put these stories, Dakota, right before we break for lunch. We eat after the show, and gosh, it looks good. I love popcorn. Favorite treat, honestly.
I mean, I like popcorn. I don't eat it as much as I don't think I used to.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you know, there are days where it's like, I actually crave some popcorn. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm craving it now. Good to see Amy. Good to see Pam, Kirk, Jessica, and Joseph as well. Hopefully you're doing well. We thank you all so much for tuning in today. Let us know what you think about these stories and more in the comments down below. Let me tell you, this weekend, absolutely beautiful. Saturday, still kind of chilly. It was a interesting day. I kind of had it almost as I thought for a minute it was going to break out to be a really great day, but I know those temps weren't moving too much, Dakota. But Sunday, A+. You win, sir.
Yes,
thank you
was.
for
It was
Sunday.
Yes, I mean, it was a fantastic day, and it was such a great day to get out on the golf course. I took this picture at Cable Hollow Golf Course in Russell. That's the golf course that is just before you get into Warren. And it was just a great day to get out there, hit the links for the first time this season. And no, I did not. I am not PGA Tour material. So don't worry. Rory McIlroy, you're fine. You don't have to worry about me invading your space. But hey, if you've got any tee times this afternoon, now is pretty much the time to get it done. 57 at 2 o'clock, 59 at 4, and by the time we head to the evening hours, about 6, 7 o'clock, we will start to see the influx of a couple showers coming our way from a disturbance passing by. So basically, temperatures are going to rise nicely through this week. I really think you're going to like the temperatures. They're going to go up, up, up. We're talking possibly lower to mid 70s by Thursday. It's really going to be nice. Partial sunshine each day with at least a passing shower each day. A better chance for some rain showers on Friday. But probably the worst news of this is our drought condition continues to worsen here. The newest update to the drought monitor, NOAA has placed us in a D1 moderate drought. That's this tan shade here, while areas out to the east are basically abnormally dry. And this is a problem because you really don't want to start off the season in a drought condition. And again, we talk about this a lot. Some areas of the southern tier never recovered from the below average rainfall from last season, and I just don't like how this is setting up. I don't like this weather pattern. We need some beneficial rain, and we don't have any of that in sight for at least the next 7 or 10 days. 54 is a noon hour right now, but at least there's some breaks of sunshine at the airport. Variable wind of 5. The wind is much lighter than it was yesterday. I can tell you that wind was an issue out there on the golf course yesterday with a low humidity, 33%. So the humidity is still relatively low, so that's one of the reasons why the clouds really haven't stuck around too much. This is what's going to be coming our way tonight. Notice some lightning strikes back over Michigan. I don't think we're going to see any thunderstorms around here, but there could be a rumble of thunder, especially near the New York-Pennsylvania line tonight. And wanted to take you off the northeast coast because for any of you weather fanatics, this satellite imagery is amazing. Deep storm system off the northeast coast going up into Nova Scotia. Man, look at that rotation in there. That's ready for it, Justin? It's weather porn. There you go. All right. You'll see that future scan has nothing for us, just a few clouds for the afternoon. Here comes the influx of moisture with that weak disturbance coming on in. So do expect a couple light rain showers, mainly near the New York-Pennsylvania line tonight into northwestern Pennsylvania, but don't rule it out, especially in the North County as well. Tomorrow should start mainly dry. Then we see another chance for rain showers coming in later in the afternoon. So basically every day this week is going to be rinse and repeat while getting a little bit warmer for that small chance of a shower. 36 to 42 tonight, mostly cloudy with that scattered shower again near the New York-Pennsylvania line, and watch out for some fog by the morning hours as well. Now, the next 7 days brought to you by 42 degrees sunny, 67 tomorrow, 71 on Wednesday. We're going to be breaking out the flip-flops and the shorts by this time on Thursday. We feel confident we could get up into the upper 70s in some spots. Again, better chance of rain on Friday and turns cooler. The weekend, yeah, partly sunny at this point, but there will be a few rain showers coming in. We'll take a break and be right back. First Defense Weather is sponsored by 42 Degrees and Sunny, smoking deals on smoking accessories. Learn more at 42degreesandsunny.com. That's 42degreesandsunny.com.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor.
Testicular cancer is the leading form of cancer in men aged 15 to 35.
1 in 250 men will be diagnosed with testicular cancer.
But 98% will survive if detected early.
As a survivor, I believe early detection is the key. Learn how to do a testicular self-exam and other important facts about testicular cancer at oneball4tc.com.
It's not just what we say, it's what we do.
Local first. It isn't just our slogan. It's our mindset every single day. So whether you're watching our daily live streams or staying up to date with reports on our website and mobile app, you'll always see the same attention to detail from reporters who passionately care about our community, who have one goal in mind: to always put the facts first.
For me, it's more than just getting the forecast right. What I love the most about my job is that I come into work every day to help break down the weather, letting people know how this is going to impact their day. We take pride that First Defense Weather is the only local weather team in the Southern Tier. We don't just copy and paste our weather from outside sources. Every part of our forecast is handmade right here in-house, something our team really takes pride in.
What matters to you matters to us. Every story, every day. WNY News Now, where coverage comes first. With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
Hey, welcome back. Finally here today. A light display aiming to connect the community with nature is now offering additional time slots for its visitors. The Audubon Community Nature Center Audubon Lights Display, which we talked about last month, has expanded their availability. The group expanding appointments to Thursdays now. It's all made possible thanks to funding from the Chautauqua Region Community Foundation and business sponsor FSC Communications. Now, senior nature educator Jeff Tome telling us the center's trailside forests and ponds are pretty much taken over and decorated with over tens of thousands of LED lights showing off nature's true beauty. Western New York P-Tech STEM College and Career Academy students worked with them to install the illuminations. Self-guided walks follow the trail 1/3 of a mile around the center.
We're really excited to be able to offer something outside that's socially distanced, that's fun, that you can do something different, because at this point we all need something different. And so we wanted to provide that.
Now, the display is now open Thursdays and Saturdays through April 10th. You can book an appointment online at audubоncnc.org, Thursdays through Saturdays through April 10th. So it's pretty amazing. And I know we talked about this a couple weeks ago. We were able to kind of get this behind the scenes look at it. And really, I mean, they do an excellent job just normally. Going out at night, hearing the peepers, seeing all the great various environmental aspects of there. I mean, you can't get anything more tranquil than that. And I think that's what Tom's hinting at, is the fact that we've all been so connected, which we love. Like, I don't want to say let's put down the iPads all the time.
Right.
But sometimes we got to put down the iPads.
Right.
You know?
Right. And, you know, I think I mentioned it before about how when I used to go to concerts and stuff pre-COVID, you know, I used to be the person with the big horsey camera around his neck, snapping pictures on my phone like this.
You lived through the screen.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, sure, I'll still take a couple pictures, but most of the time my phone is down and I'm experiencing it with my eyes
the best
way it was
camera
meant to be.
Right here.
And yeah, because I mean, you know, I think we're all guilty of doing it. And, you know, especially out in nature, you know, you see a sunrise or a sunset.
Of course we want you to snap a photo.
Right.
Absolutely. Share it with us.
But don't live it through your screen all the time. Just put it away. Just take a deep breath. Relax. It's like a Valium sandwich. It makes you feel good.
A Valium sandwich.
That's right.
We got in trouble talking about that last time. Let's move away
If you want to know what it is, just Google it.
Google it. We thought you meant volume. He's not talking about audio, folks.
No.
It's good to see Derek, good to see Trisha, Willie, Dan, and good to see Sheila as well. Hopefully you're all having a good day. Trace chiming in here. Thanks, 42 degrees and sunny for the 7-day forecast. Oh my gosh. It is a 7-day forecast to remember. Like, I would like to take a picture of this forecast, Dakota, and I would
just
like
replay it over
to just,
again.
can we just freeze it?
Paste it?
Yeah, freeze the frame.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, right here, boom, don't move it. This is all we're going to show for the next 7 days.
Yes.
Right here.
Right, exactly. We'll just, I mean, you know, we'll just modify it and we'll just change the days on the top.
No. Like, this is it. Like, forever. This will be our...
Okay. All right.
Can we do that? They're telling me no.
Yeah.
We're not allowed.
67 tomorrow. Watch out for some morning fog. Flip-flops, pardon me.
Oh my gosh, I got Dakota choked up.
Yeah,
that was so funny.
Flip-flops in shorts Wednesday and Thursday. And then each and every day there's going to be at least a chance for at least a few scattered showers, pardon me, through the day. Back to you while I find my voice.
All right, Dakota, thank you.
Welcome.
It's not COVID, it's just spit.
No.
That's all that it is. All right, well, that's going to do it for us today. Of course, news continues 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com and on our mobile app. If you haven't downloaded, I don't know what you're waiting for. You just search WNY News Now, Apple App Store, Google Play Store. Subscribe for breaking news push notifications, and we'll keep you informed. We'll leave you with this live look over downtown Jamestown. Hopefully you're having a great day. If you can, get outside and enjoy it before some of those showers come in. Obviously, if you missed anything we talked about, I don't know why, but you can watch it on a loop 24/7 right here on WNY.
I almost thought you said you could watch it on the loo.
No, you can watch us on the loo.
That too.
If you want, just don't tell us about it. I mean,
right,
I don't want to know what you're doing on the loo, but have a great day. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow.